I'm at 29,973 followers. Almost at 30K. So close. Now 29,974 followers. What is sleep? I don't know. If you find out, let me know. Sleep is not real. I really wish that I could just like not have to sleep, even though it does feel good to sleep. It's so many hours of the day lost for sleep, you know? It just seems like it is inefficient. The number of times we have to eat in a day, also very inefficient. The number of times we have to pee and poo in a day, so inefficient. Eating is epic. Eating is wonderful. Sleeping is wonderful. It's just the fact that we have to do it every single day just seems like a really inefficient thing for me. That's it. If I could stack my sleep, that would be dope. I would take a whole week off, sleep all week, like I'm hibernating for the winter. And then if that allows me to not have to sleep for like the next like 4 months, I'd do that. I just don't want to have to worry about going to the bathroom. I feel like if you are immortal, like if you are, let's just talk about Twilight because it's now on Netflix and it's trending or people are watching it again or whatever. If you are 250 years old and you're Edward Cullen and you don't know everything about everything, what the hell were you doing with your life? What have you been doing with your 250 years of life? And why are you still spending it in high school? That's the part that's not talked about enough. You can't have a 250-year-old man, old man, 250-year-old old man sitting around in high school. If you could be immortal, but the timing of when you become immortal is when you hit 98 years old, would you choose to be immortal? It's really just an aesthetic question. It means, the question really is, if you're gonna live forever, but you look like yourself at 98, because obviously you're not gonna have the ailments of a 98-year-old forever. You become immortal, right? So you're sprightly. Let's say you're a vampire. So you have like super strength, you can jump real high, all those things, but you're 98 externally, and you stay 98 for the rest of your existence, which is, I guess, until you get a stake driven into your heart. Would you do it? 98, but forever. I would act so wise. Okay, we're getting all these yeses. 100% yes? Okay. I kind of like the thought of being immortal in 98, because I think, yeah, you would look 98 forever. I'll take the 98. Okay. You certainly can't go the Edward Cullen route and hang out in a high school. Who does that? I feel like high school is the last place that I would want to be as a 250-year-old. I think he's like 250. I could, that number could be wrong. He could be 2,000 years old. I don't know. But going back and hanging out with a bunch of high schoolers when you have the world's wisdom of living 250 years sounds like a nightmare to me. I just hope that my progression as I age older is because I will just become female Master Roshi by the time I'm old. What did him and Bella even talk about? How do they even have anything in common? I think that Edward Cullen would be so unbelievably like sexist, racist. You know, like he would have the mentality from like way long ago. I make this argument about Captain America all the time. Like, I don't think Captain America would do okay in 2021 without going through like some heavy HR meetings. But like, he'd get canceled like real quick. I mean, you can't be on social media as a vampire. I think like a vampire living in now times would be the last era that they can live, because there's just security cameras, people taking random pictures all over the world. Do you ever think about how many family pictures you must be in the background of? Doesn't that trip you out? I mean, it's happened like in every generation, I'm sure. But like nowadays, we all must be in like, I don't know, like 200 plus like family photos, right? You go to the pier or Disneyland or whatever, people are taking their pictures. I think I have to probably be in somebody's like engagement photo. If you could have any room travel in your spaceship with you, what would it be? Big as you want. I've always wanted like one of those like Beauty and the Beast libraries, you know, where you have to like go up on like a ladder to get to the top, and then you get your book, and then you like climb down the ladder. And then you can like swing it around all around. I want a big ass library. But I don't think that's the room that I would opt for. What room? You could have like an amusement park in there. You could have a baseball stadium, but probably no baseball players to play in there. One room that you could have. Not just the only room. Not the only room, but, you know, what room would you pick to have in your TARDIS? Isn't the co-video house your TARDIS? I hope not. I don't want the co-video house to be my TARDIS, because it doesn't belong to me. Co-video house was always somewhere where we rented for a weekend. A PS5 and a Series X warehouse, that's my TARDIS. What, so you can schlep them around and sell it for... Are you gonna be a scalper? You need a pool. Less than 20 till 30K though, right? Oh my gosh. Oh no, what do I do? I feel like I have to cut the stream before it hits 30K because I have nothing to do at 30K. Yeah, I have 9 more follows until I hit 30K. Would you dye your hair again? I wouldn't dye my hair again unless it was for like an acting role. But I do not foresee myself dyeing my hair a color just to dye it, if that makes sense. The reason why I went back to natural is because I'm in acting school now and I'm seriously pursuing acting, which I had never done before. So I'm doing it the proper way, which is starting from scratch. So that's why I have natural colored hair and actually really love it. I thought that as soon as I went away from purple, like I would immediately miss it. But I think going back to my, I can't even say I think, I know that going back to my natural hair color, it has helped me, I guess like, it's given me more confidence if I had to simplify it. I used to have a complex that people wouldn't remember me because my ignorant and mean and racist classmates from when I was a kid would purposely say that I was the other Asian girl in our class. And so I had this complex that I was not memorable. And so I think as I grew up, I was like, well, I need to do something that changes me in a sense where it is an obvious change that people can point to me and be like, oh, I remember her because of the blank, as opposed to just being enough on my own. And so I think that for a long time, for me personally, and I'm not saying that this is for everybody who does this, but for me personally, it was a crutch that I used to make sure that I had like a stamp of like, this is how you can remember me. Remember the big loud thing. But over the course of the past year, being in acting school, I think that in so many ways I have learned, and it's been hammering home that like, this is enough. And so, yeah, I think the hair color has really established that for me, and it feels really, really good. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. Yeah, it's a big yikes, and that's I have no other way of saying it than that is how growing up was. So I think that the conversations we have now are completely different, and I'm glad that the tough conversations happen and we call ourselves out on our own bullshit. And even though I've gone through that stuff, it doesn't make me a perfect person. Like I think that I call bullshit on myself all the time, being like, you could do better, Mari. If I could learn any martial art, what would it be? I think it would be Kyudo, which is Japanese horse archery. Did we just hit it? Did you see the thing? Yo, Anon 97. Thank you so much for being the 30,000th subscriber, follower. Oh my God, that's different. 30,000th follower. That's hard to say. Thank you for 30K. Thank you, y'all. Thanks for being in here to celebrate. I wish that I had something bigger. Woo, balloons or whatnot, to celebrate it, but I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. You glad you logged in today? I'm glad you're here. Dude. Woo, woo, woo. Man, I miss dance parties. That's where I used to dance all the time at E3. Thank you. This is looking legit. Okay. And then it's not just like 20. We need to have this part. Wait, what the hell is this part? What's the silver part? I'm just gonna cover that up. There we go. Okay. Can you guys screenshot this? Oh, it's an M for million. Okay. All right. Screenshot it. Did you guys get it? Okay, I'm gonna move. Oh wait, hold on. My head's got to be tilting the right way. Oh man, modeling is fucking hard. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. There we go. All right, somebody got it? Hell yeah. I don't know why I was giving a thumbs up the whole time, but I felt like it was necessary to make sure that you knew that I was having a very good time. I was doing this. 30K, everyone! Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I wish I had a much better speech, but all I can say is wow, 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 wow.